Shalom. This is Bishop Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. I want to start off by saying thank you to all of our Booster Club members for your many donations and much more, your prayers. We visited faraway countries and strange lands. We've even spoken to dignitaries and were detained for spreading the glorious gospel in Cuba. The truth is that the descendants of the 12 tribes of Israel were scattered throughout the world. Help us on our journey as we continue to raise up the nation of Israel. 12 tribes worldwide. Join or donate today. Shalom.
We out here to show you that the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are in fact God's chosen people. Never did God discard his people.
Right. He been reading. And he want to know his tribe.
Okay, you want to know your tribe. So you know you're an Israelite. So you know you're an Israelite? You heard of it? So what have you heard? Is this your wife right here? Yeah. So what have y'all heard? Oh, okay. So the first time you encountered this was on the right here on the corner. Okay, so I'm gonna show you something. Give me Deuteronomy 1:1. I'm gonna show you something. Are you familiar with Moses? You familiar with? You say no. You are familiar with him? Yeah. Moses is famous for doing what? Remember, Moses had to part the Red Sea to get the nation of Israel away from Pharaoh. You familiar with that at all? So once he got them out of Israel, this is what happened. Read that. Once he got them out of Egypt.
Deuteronomy chapter 1 verse 1. Now these be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
So the words in the book of Deuteronomy are the words that Moses specifically spoke to the nation of Israel. He's not speaking to anyone else. He's only speaking to the nation of Israel. This only applies to the nation of Israel from Deuteronomy 1:1 to Deuteronomy 33. I just want you to understand that, right? All right. So now that we know that the book of Deuteronomy is talking to the nation of Israel, give me Deuteronomy 28:1. Read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 1.
Bring it on.
And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So he's talking to the whole nation of Israel. He said, listen, it shall come to pass if you listen to what God says,
to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
So for the nation of Israel to be set on high above all nations of the earth, they have to do what? Say that again? They do got to believe, but believing is an action, meaning they had to do something. So we're going to read it again.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord.
If you listen to what God says,
thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
So if the nation of Israel want to be set on high above all nations of the earth, they have to do what? They have to keep God's commandments, right? So what's the flip side of that? Deuteronomy 28:15.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 15. Bring it out. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Now this time the nation of Israel didn't hearken. Read.
To observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So now if they don't listen to God and observe to do all his commandments, what shall happen to them? Curses are going to come upon the nation of Israel.
That's right.
So the first one was a blessing because they were obedient to God, did exactly what he said do. He said, I'm going to make you the #1 nation on the earth. But he said on the flip side of that, if you disobey me, what's going to happen to you is I'm going to make you a cursed people upon the earth. All right? This is what he said all day, every day. All right? So now we got that understanding about the nation of Israel. If they're obedient, they get to be number one. But if they're not obedient, they gotta be cursed, all right? So we're gonna read some curses to you to see if they apply to you, to see if they apply to the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, all right? Give me 16.
Verse 16, cursed shalt thou be in the city.
In the city, all right? Wherever you dwell, you are going to be cursed. In the United States, in Detroit, all right, is the black man cursed or is he blessed? Why would you say that? You smiled hard when I said that. Why would you say the black man is cursed in the city of Detroit? Hard time? Well, give me some examples of those hard times. What about the cops dealing with our black people? Is it a good thing or is it a bad thing? So it's a cursed thing the way the cops deal with us, right? What about our housing situation? Are we blessed in our housing situation? Or are we cursed in our housing situation? Say that again? No. You damn right we gotta work hard for it. But I'm saying like when you go to a white neighborhood, right? They got these big, luxurious houses. Not only are they big and luxurious, the white people that live in those houses, they own those houses, right? Is that the case here in Detroit for the black man? A predominantly black city. Say that again? We renting, but what type of houses are we renting? Huh? Low income, beat up, raggedy, they was abandoned. Now they on the Detroit land bank for $1,000 houses. And how much is your rent? $900 a month. That's a curse in the city. Let's think about something else. What about our educational system? Is the black man blessed or is he cursed with the educational system? Schools closed, right? But the schools that are open, are they top-notch schools or are they bottom of the barrel, barely hanging on schools? No funding. And then they lie to us every year and say the reason why our schools are like this is because the black man refuses to fill out the census form. What the? Come on now. The kids have nothing to do with the census form. You giving them a proper education has nothing to do with the census form. Okay, so even with the schools, low bottom, no funding, right? What about the education that they're actually receiving in there? Did you go to schools in Detroit? Yes. Okay, did that education prepare you for adulthood? Or do it seem like it kind of just wasted your time? Say that again? So it's really a curse. It's really a cursed waste of time, right? Let's keep going. All right, because I think we understand the black man is cursed in the city, right? And not just in Detroit, that's every city. No matter where you go, every black man you talk to gonna have that same story. Right.
And cursed shalt thou be in the field.
And you cursed you are going to be in the field. Can you think of a time when black people were cursed in the field? Working in the field.
Hard time climbing that ladder.
Say that again?
Hard time climbing that ladder.
Oh, so you saying in today's work field. In today's work field. So what? Because you'll be what? You'll be the last hired but the first fired. You'll be passed over for promotion after promotion. They'll have you train a white guy to do the job you're doing so he can be your supervisor. Right? That's cursed in the field. But what about old times? Was there ever a field in old times when it was cursed in?
Literal. Amen.
Huh? Swing low, swing chariot. Why was they singing that? They were singing that because they were working in the cotton field from sun up to sundown.
You know,
every day they was doing this. That's being cursed in the field. No other nation can say that applies to them. The only people that can say that applies to them is blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. We make up the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. Those are your brothers and those are your sisters. We are the same people. You know, growing up, people used to say, I got Indian in my family. That's because they actually did, right? We thought it was a big joke, but really, it was a true statement, right? Okay, so we cursed in the field, we cursed in the city. Give me 32. Tell me if this applies to you.
Can I show you?
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
It said your sons and your daughters shall be given unto another people. Can you think of a time that ever happened to you and your ancestors? Your sons and your daughters given unto another people. Meaning, not to somebody who looked like you, not to a relative. Your child was in your possession. It was taken from you and given unto somebody who didn't look like you nor came from your nation. Did that happen to us in slavery? That happened to us in slavery. You ever watch Roots? Remember Kunta Kinte, why they named Kizzy? They named his daughter Kizzy because they said you stay put. I'm gonna name her Kizzy because that means you stay put, right? But no matter what he named her, eventually she got sold to another nation. Right. So it didn't matter that her name was Kizzy that she should stay put. God said these curses are gonna be upon you. Your children are gonna be given to another people.
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are how men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.